I'm going to be really vulnerable with you guys and tell you that being an artist that has been showing and selling her work for the last 15 years and still being in this struggling artist stage is a little embarrassing to admit, because after this period of time, like, you would think that I'd have something relatively sustainable and established, but life has so many ups and downs, and sometimes life happens and you have to switch gears and you don't have the same energy or motivation to put into creating. You have to focus on other things. And just like when you're in school and you are in a certain major and you realize this isn't for me and I have to switch up ASAP before I continue on the wrong path, your path changes as you change as an individual. Your style changes, your motivation changes, your inspiration changes. This road is not a linear thing. This new series that I'm starting, I call Alchemizing My Grief Through Art. And when I say alchemizing through art, I don't necessarily mean just painting things from my grief, but explaining and showing how I am using this heartbreak, this period of mourning, this time of transformation and how I change that into art and revolve it around art and bring life back into my life and how I want to live it and where I want to go with it. And while I've been making new pieces and creating new works and finding new things that inspire me, I've also been connecting with people and rediscovering the city that I've been in for the last 4 years and finding places that bring me joy and really bring my passion back to life, just being there and just experiencing the moment in these places and connecting with the people that I run into there. And I've been doing that in, different artsy bars and places that have open mics and going out on dates and just hanging out. And it seems so simple, but these things really help me remember that I am a part of something, that I have a life to live and that I can talk to people and that people enjoy my company and that I can experience new things and have fun and be passionate about different things. Because one of the things I feel like that winds up happening as an artist is that we tend to put so much pressure on ourselves to make something new, to be original, to constantly produce. And we wind up burning ourselves out and making ourselves feel bad and putting ourselves in a position where we almost dread creating. We almost we put it up on a pedestal and make it into something so big, and it doesn't have to be that. We need to make our creative space into something that is safe and a place of reprieve and somewhere that we can go to decompress and kind of articulate all the experiences that we've been having and find our motivations for what we're doing. Not everything that I wind up creating from these experiences or after these experiences are directly connected. Sometimes I'll be in a space and I'll be having a conversation and something just comes to me, or we're talking about something and I find the concept interesting, and the way these things connect, all the dots start aligning, and I just find something in the moment that directs me to an image, a vision that I wouldn't have come up with just sitting at home being sad and lonely by myself. And that's how I use these spaces and these experiences to bring life back into my art. And as I said before, alchemizing life into art and revolving everything around, like, not just creating, but being inspired. What inspires you? What brings you joy? What lights you up? It can be very small, trivial things. It can be something so seemingly insignificant, and it just winds up turning your brain on, and you're like, wow, what if I saw it this way? What if I look at it from this angle, from this perspective, from this point of view? And it's so easy to put yourself in that mode once you kind of alleviate the stress of sitting down to make it. You just live your life first, and then comes the inspiration. The motivation, a completely different story. That is a whole different thing. The inspiration is easier to attain, I feel like. Right now, I'm just talking about the inspiration, alchemizing the inspiration, alchemizing the life into the idea. So over the past few days, I've been finding these different little places. I've been finding these places that are artsy, that have some creative energy to them. I went out on a couple dates and visited my art at the Yellow Cup coffee shop. Sprinkled some good juju out that way to maybe sell a couple pieces. We'll see. The next step here after living it and experiencing it is to formulate some ideas from it. So I'll keep you guys updated on what comes from these particular experiences and what I've seen. And I do have one, and it is those 2 a.m. moments at Denny's, at having breakfast after a long night, and you wind up having breakfast at 2 a.m. That is one spark that I found, and the conversations that happen around that time, and these, like, you know, culminating epiphanies that that get conjured from that, and over pancakes. And that is my next piece. And the next, I'll be talking about the motivation to get there, because part of life's ups and downs is also your energetic ups and downs. And especially as someone with a mental illness that I manage on a regular basis, I do tend to have a lot of fluctuating energy, and sometimes that motivation isn't there. So the next video I'll be posting will be talking about how to get to that point and how to manage that. So I'll see you guys next time.